Hello again, Gundam Converge fans. I am learning more about this franchise, and mostly because I like toys, so I buy these things. But then there's this great website here called Gundanium. I don't know who put this website together, but this person's reviewed almost all the Gundam Converge figures. So I actually looked at this website when I purchased this because I bought this thing loose, and I actually know there's parts missing from it because of this website. This guy shows what the box looks like, it comes in all the baggies, and in particular I am missing this beam sword thing and some extra hands apparently. But I don't care. I don't need to have optional parts and stuff. So, anyways, if you're new to this stuff just like me, you want to really check out this guy's website. So it's really cool. There's also a comment section as well. Maybe not in this one, but okay. So that's what's going on there. So this is called the Nightingale, in case you didn't pick up on that image here. It's chassis MSN-042 and code name Nightingale. And EX14, so it's number 14 in the EX lineup of Converge, which means it's an extra special Converge from my understanding. And then over here on Gundam Fandom, here's a little story behind this thing, and it's quite interesting because I haven't watched the cartoon. So Char Aznable is the main bad guy, I guess, for this group called Neo Zeon. And then he tried to drop an asteroid on Earth. Sounds like a really nice guy. Anyway, so he suited up in this thing and was fighting the High New Gundam. I think that's what that represents, that little V. Alright, so that's apparently what happened, but on this website I couldn't find any actual images of it from a cartoon. There's just a gallery, some artwork, the manga. I mean, those are just black and white, but I pulled out this color image. Books, I guess, and then games, video games, Gunpla. But I don't actually see anything from any sort of animation. I'm sure it must exist, maybe just no one updated this website. Okay, so there's a nice little image, but you can see it's like a very big robot, the way it's portrayed, at least against these little Zakus and stuff. So again, I bought it used, so let's see if we can put this thing together, or we'll just look at it in bits and pieces, so things aren't blocked. I am noticing there's never mind, some lint there. This red plastic is very matte finish. There's no gloss to it, which is kind of neat. I like it. It looks better that way. On the bottom, we have the Bandai printing here and these giant propellant tanks here, the main tanks, and there's a lot of details. There's a metallic frame, it seems, like a gunmetal frame, and the tanks are matte white. Alright. Bottom of the feet have a lot of molded details, of course, and then there's a couple side thrusters here. Alright. Even the underside of this little red cowling has some lines and stuff molded in. So very good. Bandai's really pretty awesome. They're probably the best mold making toy company out there. Some more effects that you probably wouldn't see unless you lift it up upside down. Alright, so I think this is the front. It's got some yellow and some white here. Some chipped off paint. Again, it's used. Some white here. Maybe these are little thrusters. I'm not sure. Please leave a comment. These would definitely have to be thrusters up here. There's 3 more metallic ones. And then these thrusters back here on this back carapace or whatnot. There's also, I think, a logo here for the Zeon group, Neo Zeon. No yellow paint, though. And then a giant rectangular peg for the torso. Some vent details or ribs there, and then a nice little logo. I think that's like Char Aznable's logo, if I had to guess. Again, please leave a comment. I'm sure many of you guys have actually watched all these cartoons. I'm trying to watch them, it's just that there's a lot. There's a lot out there. Okay, so we got the torso here because you can see the mating slot here. And there's just a molded in white propellant tank there. A couple thrusters back here. And then these are like peg holes for the arms, I imagine. And whatever goes here, I don't know. But it's gunmetal and there's a nice hose detail there. Maybe these are guns perhaps, these 2 little things. And then we do have gold up on this logo, which is nice. And then again, white boxes, some vents, and some more details. I wonder if those are like missile pods or something. And then it's got this piece, which is obviously separate, and it's got yellow in there. I wonder if someone added that paint or if that's the way it came. So this is why you want to go back to that Gundam website. It is actually supposed to be there from Bandai. Alright. So that's neat. So we know that goes in there, and the corresponding one over here. You can hear the vinyl kind of rubbing against itself. Pretty tight. Oh, no. I think I might have to glue those in place later. Yeah. Just because I want to be able to not deal with parts falling off. Very well. What do we have here? We have what looks like a right arm. So the right arm, we have some sort of pivoting details, but it doesn't actually move, I don't think. No, I think that's all one piece. Same here, no rotation. The hand, though, is a separate piece on a peg, and it's got a hole for a weapon, and there's a peggle here for something else, maybe a shield. So I'm going to pop that in here. Okay. And then the other arm is pretty much a mirror image. Hole in the hand. Nope, this fist actually is just closed. There's no hole at all. You would think that's a missed opportunity, but maybe it's in the original one. You know, I didn't get all the hands that are supposed to come with this. I did get a discount though, that's why I bought it. 2 more propellant tanks, and I do see a slot back here, and it's got a T, or actually more of an L shape there, and so it tells you which way is up, and you may have not seen in that hole because it's dark, but it is supposed to go this way. Yeah, okay. So now we have 3 propellant tanks in a triangular fashion, and it's 3 thrusters, but no paint inside of them. Okay, so we have the head, and it's got a peg, and it looks like 3 thrusters in the back of the head. Let's pop that on. And then it has a mono eye, which is metallic green. Sadly, there's no clear translucency to that eye. Let's see. It does move, though. You can move it around a little bit, so that's pretty neat. And then we have this thing. This is hard plastic. This is not PVC. This would break. It's going to be brittle, so be careful of that. And that's the top of the helmet, I guess, or the head of this robot. But, I guess it just goes like that. I thought these were going to peg into something, but they don't. Alright, so there we go. It looks like this is a separate piece as well, but it seems to glue it on. Maybe the previous owner glued it in place. Alright, let's put these, well, you know, let's put them together, put the guy together first. So naturally you still have these giant hexagonal holes, and that's for these shoulder thruster armor plates. And I think these are called funnels, which are remote controlled missiles. And yes, they can be removed, but unfortunately there's no like clear piece of plastic connecting them, so you can't have it like looking like it launched a bunch of missiles at you. It's a lost opportunity, but oh well. It's a pretty big Converge figure, so they had to cut costs somewhere. Oh boy, that's a lot of thrusters going on there. So that's cool. Very nice details again, molded, just no paint. Okay, so yeah, I guess all these are removable, and I am glad I actually have all of them. There's 5 on each one, so this is going to peg right in here. And the same with the other side, it's just a mirror image. So yeah, you could have it forward, back, or whatnot. Although I will say it collides with this shoulder piece. See? It's colliding right there. That's pretty nice. Anyways, yeah, this thing's falling apart and stuff. So I think like some poster putty might be helpful. In fact, if you're unaware, poster putty is great stuff. It's like a kneadable plastic. It's almost like a kneadable eraser, actually. So I'm going to put a little bit up in this helmet area. Well, it's not a helmet on a giant robot, but hopefully it'll keep this thing from falling off because it seems to be very loose. So you notice a little bit seeped out which is fine. You can just take more of this putty, and it'll grab it. So you can see it's grabbing that extra bit. And that'll help clean it up if you don't feel like taking it apart and doing it again. So that's cheap, lazy way to do it. The master of laziness. So yeah, I might want to add putty to all this thing, or even just glue it together. Alright, so the shield here I think goes on the left arm, and it's got the Xeon logo on it as well, and it's very nice. The back side, just molded details. Yeah, but no additional color. Alright. So I'm going to pop this on this side here. And then the last thing is the gun. So it's a metallic, same metallic as that frame. Yeah, a little ribbing detail on the top. A little bit of a depression in the barrel. And then just a round peg for to fit the hand. Decent enough detail, just no additional color. Alright, so I think I should get this thing spinning actually. Alright, it's definitely a sizable Converge figure. So I'll show you a couple of others that I believe this Char Aznavold piloted. I think maybe this is the first one that big robot he piloted, called the Zeong. So this one's pretty neat. It has a little stand, you know, typical stuff. So that thing has no legs though. it's a really strange design, but I actually like it. It's so odd that I like it. More normal. I believe this one is called a Sazabi. So you'll notice the livery is now red and yellow, and he's got this little logo there, and the Xeon logo there. Let's maybe put that here. And then the last one is called a Sinanju. So again, red and gold, and you know what? It doesn't have his logo on it though. But maybe this is the main line, a regular one. So for a regular one though, it has a lot of details going on. I picked up all these loose, so I never had the packaging. I don't know where they fall in the line of the ordering, but again, that's why you probably want to look at that Gundam Niam website. But these two, this is like your typical size, I would say. So let me move this camera down, focus again. Yeah, so this, it's partial this looks a little big because it's on a stand. This literally is a bigger Converge figure, it seems. This looks more normal sized. So, but that said, this Nightingale is a pretty big figure. To my understanding, none of these Converge figures are to scale. You know, you want to do the model kits made by Bandai if you want to keep things in scale. These are just deformed figurines, but I like them because they're small and I can collect a lot of them. So, and with that said, you can expect a lot more videos of these Converge figures. I'm glad I picked this one up because it's such a cool design. I've looked at the other EX figures, and the problem is they're really expensive, and I just don't know if they're worth the money. That's my feeling. I mean, you could buy like a working, functional RC vehicle, or you can get a resin 1/64 scale car that looks like a real car, right? So these things they're cool, but price-wise, I'm not sure about these EXs. But you never know. If I can pick one up used like this at half price or something like that, then there will be more videos about that. But you can definitely expect some more videos about the normal sized ones, because I already have like 100 of them. It's just waiting to be reviewed, and so hopefully you'll be staying tuned for that. So thank you for watching today. Hopefully I passed on some correct information or some tips for you to research this stuff. Alright, I'll see you in the next Converge video.